Friends, hi. Welcome back to the second part of part two. Uh, we have discussed the learning objectives about of this particular portion was to understand the technology role in MSME development, innovation and its effect on the growth of MSMEs, the role of institutions which are helping innovative and innovation and technology development, and to provide some insight into science and technology development in India. These are the learning objectives, and we have already covered, had a discussion about technology, how technology change happens and how it impacts MSMEs, what is technology upgradation. Then we also talked about technology and quality upgradation support scheme. We talked about TIFAC, Technology Information Forecasting and Assessment Council. We talked about Shrijan, which is a joint venture of a fund jointly launched by TIFAC and SIDBI. We talked about MSME upgradation. We talked about MSME Technology Development Council and what they are doing, what sort of trainings they are providing. And now we are going to talk about an amended Technology Upgradation Fund scheme, which has been instituted by the Ministry of Textiles. This amended scheme has come in January 2016. They have laid down the guidelines, financial and operational parameters, and implementation mechanism for amended Technology Upgradation Fund scheme. Its development during its implementation period from January 16 to March 2022. Now, government says that this amended scheme will give a boost to Make in India and zero effect and zero defect in manufacturing in the textiles sector. When we talk about zero effect, we are talking about zero effect on environment. And when we talk about zero defect, we are talking about the quality of goods produced. So this will give a boost to employment generation, and exports in the textile sectors will also grow. So this scheme would facilitate augmenting of investment, productivity, quality, employment, exports, and it will also substitute imports. It will indirectly promote investments in textile machinery because your production will grow, demand for machines will also grow. And obviously, you'd require standard machineries and manufacturing. So this scheme, this benefit is available for the benchmarked machinery under the scheme for various textile sectors. Benchmarks means we are talking about some standard machinery, which will include weaving, preparatory and knitting, processing of fibers, yarns, fabrics, garments and made-ups, technical textiles, garmenting, made-up manufacturing, handloom sector. So all sectors are covered. Textiles an important industry for India, and obviously government wants it to grow. So in this revised resolution, there were some changes. They talked about there was a restructuring thing, revised restructuring norms. So there were some cases which were pending for UID, Universal Identification. So that under this scheme, you get a UID number. So whatever cases were pending, they were permitted here. Purchase date of machinery is the date of full and final payment made, or date of commercial invoice, whichever is later. The scheme allowed the purchase of machinery from other manufacturers, there was a list which was given, indicative list was given in for GIT. GIT is Joint Inspection Team. So they already had a list, so they permitted, some flexibility was built in. They constituted a technical committee for enlisting machinery manufacturers. They addressed the issue of writing machine serial number on any document, that is commercial invoice, bill of lading, airway bill, bill of entry, etc. So this serial number has to be mentioned to ensure that the facility is not misused. And then because you get benefits from various governments. So this scheme permitted that you can get benefits from state government schemes in addition to this particular scheme. So some main highlights, the modifications which they made, they said that LLPs, limited liability partnerships, they will also be eligible for capital investment subsidy now. Cooperative banks can also lend. Then specification of technology for the machinery for all the eligible segments would be prescribed once a year, annually, in advance, by the Technical Advisory and Monitoring Committee, effective from 1st April of the year. So accessories, attachments, sample machines, spares procured from other manufacturers and listed in the indicative list will also be eligible for subsidy up to a value of 20% of the basic cost of machinery. Textile units are permitted to avail benefits of state government's schemes in addition to this particular scheme. So these were the amendments made in this particular scheme. Now we are going to talk about Project Uptech. This is a scheme for technology upgradation for industrial clusters, which was initiated by State Bank of India almost 20 years back. The bank launched this product for modernizing MSME clusters. They already had a management consultancy services wing, but this was also started. The main objective was that they wanted to play as a catalyst. They wanted to play a proactive role for modernizing their industrial clusters. They were having issues. They were making efforts, so their modernizing efforts, they wanted to help them because economic scenario of the country was changing. So SBI wanted to help these industrial clusters. So they covered agricultural pumps industry, foundries, machine shops, fabrication, auto components, rice mills, sabudana, sago, glass industry, hosiery, coir, textiles, refractory, boiler components, etc. So they covered all these industries. Then, in view of the critical role of agriculture or agro-based industry in the economy, they also expanded the reach of this project. They said we'll cover agro-based projects like sago industry at Samalkot, grape farming at Pune, apple orchards in Shimla. So in addition to theme-based projects, which were not restricted to any specific clusters, they've also been taken up by State Bank, and they are focusing only on quality and energy efficiency. So these projects have generally enabled the units to enhance their competitiveness. Their technology has, enhancing their competitiveness by means of process and productivity improvements. Their processes have improved, their efficiency has gone up, their quality is enhanced, their wastages have come down, pollution is much lower, their product diversification is there, market diversification is there. So all these things, they have helped this they are helped by this technology upgrade. So the project came out of the two concern areas where they said that industries need to upgrade their technologies for surviving, for growing, and for getting a greater share, a bigger share in global markets. So that was the basic idea why this project was started. So this scheme is basically doing a diagnostic study of the clusters, then identifying technological needs. They are intervening, the technology interventions are there. They are providing them with better technology, helping them to get better technology, wider dissemination of knowledge within the cluster. This is a flexible scheme and it provides for smooth sourcing of technology even from abroad. And this project is location and industry specific as designed as of now. What SBI does is it selects an industry cluster which has a number of similar units in one location and where you have the potential for technological upgradation. You have a supporting environment of knowledgeable industrialists, technical institutions around that area, and you have a growth potential. So then State Bank of India collects techno-economic information about this cluster. They make surveys, they make sample study, assess technology levels and possible scope for technology upgrades. They are interacting with the industrialists, other agencies, arranging seminars to disseminate information, conducting unit level studies where they rope in experts. They evolve a suitable business plan and financial package for each unit. And where industry level product improvement extension work is indicated and is possible, they attempt intervention through support agencies also. Now we're going to talk about the back-ended interest subsidy scheme. So we have already discussed that MSCs need to have the best quality, and they also require to sell their products at competitive rates. Only then they'll be able to survive in the global markets and face challenges of World Trade Organizations. Now, for encouraging MSCs for technology upgrade and modernization, ISO certification and research and development activities, these are required. So, government has given them some incentives. They are subject to a maximum of 10 lakh rupee per enterprise over a period of 10 years. These are given by state government. So they have got a 3% back-ended interest subsidy for MSCs for term loans obtained for technology upgradation and modernization. Then again 3% subsidy for the term loan obtained under National Equity Fund scheme of SIDBI. 3% back-ended interest subsidy to MSCs is given for term loans obtained under NSIC SIDCO consortium, composite term loan and loan obtained by micro industries under Credit Guarantee Fund trust scheme from any bank or financial institution. 3% back-ended interest subsidy to MSCs for the term loan obtained for ISO certification and for the term loan for taking up R&D activities, which will result in patent registration and protection of intellectual property rights registration. So for this purpose also 3% is given. And units which have an investment up to rupees 5 crores, they are eligible for this scheme, which is implemented by DIC, TIIC and SIDBI. Now, India MSME Technology Services Limited, this is a joint venture of SIDBI, SBI, OBC, Oriental Bank of Commerce, IOB, Indian Overseas Bank and Indian Bank. So it's providing you a platform where micro, small and medium enterprises, they can tap opportunities at the global level for acquiring new and emerging technology or for establishing business collaboration. MSMEs are constituting a vibrant and dynamic sector of the industrial economy of India, and this sector has been growing. Good growth has been shown. Production is increasing. Your additional employment has been created. You're performing very well in exports year after year. And after this globalization, post-liberalization era, after that post-liberalization, Indian economy opportunities have gone up. Your challenges also have gone up for small industries. But MSMEs, if they are dynamic enough, they are flexible enough, innovative enough, they are basically. So they are increasing their focus on improving their production methods. They are penetrating markets. They are getting new strategies for marketing, increasing their market share globally. They are increasing their management capabilities for sustaining, for making their operations better, more stronger. They are also going in for joint ventures, global partnerships to get latest technologies in different industrial fields. So this help is provided by India MSME Technology Services. Now, in case of Indian MSMEs, the weak link is that technology adoption rate is slow. If you look at modern business, technology is the backbone, but our Indian firms, Indian MSMEs, they are lagging behind. They are not that fast. They don't adapt to the latest technology very fast. So they come up with roadblocks, difficulties. They are facing difficulties. So plug.in, they came out with a report. They said India has the second largest population of MSMEs among BRIC and the US, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and US. This has not gone unnoticed by IT vendors, and IT people look at opportunities here. They want to tap this potential. The provision of software as a service. For example, this has allowed firms such as Travel Karma, which is a firm based in Gujarat, to extend its services in Frankfurt. A report from the Business Standard noted that while SaaS as a platform for delivering applications has been around for quite a while now, MSMEs have only started to realize its true potential after the recession because of the service's cost effectiveness. So this is a very cost effective service. Quality is good, so MSMEs are also getting attracted. However, while a number of software product MSMEs are benefiting from the interest of multinational corporations and IT firms all over the world, many new players, they are hesitant. They don't want to take up new technology because they don't have awareness. They are not knowledgeable enough. And majority who are aware, who know, they step back because they are nervous about the new technologies. So although our MSMEs, they are providing employment to about 75% of Indian workforce, these enterprises are spending only 30% of the country's IT spending. So this statistics from plug.in, this brings out certain facts which are shocking. Only 12% of Indian MSMEs, they are using computers, and 90% of that 12%, they are using it only for domestic document processing. So you need a major change in attitude that will help the MSMEs to a huge extent in competing globally. So some of the main reasons why Indian MSMEs are avoiding the adoption of technology include budget, basically finance, and infrastructure limitations. The shortage of skilled labor that has the basic know-how, how to work on computers, is another looming problem. So your skill sets need to be upgraded. There are more than 8 million MSMEs in India today. These are big numbers, 80 lakh people, more than 80 lakh. You have a large potential to grow bigger. You can play a crucial role in the economic growth of India. And globalization is increasing. But there are structural changes are happening in the world economy. Competition is becoming more and more vigorous. If you want to succeed in this competitive environment, you want to achieve your potential, you'll have to adopt the best practices. You have to embrace the new age tools, new age technology. One of the key differentiators can be information technology, and its adoption by Indian MSMEs plays a significant role in enhancing their global competitiveness. The MSMEs in the country, they also acknowledge the power of technology, and they're all set to leverage it to their advantage. We have seen some small and medium entrepreneurs who are developing their dream projects by effective use of technology. They are increasingly waking up to the realization that technology is going to play a crucial role in the sustainable development. You want to sustain your growth, you have to use the best technology. That will continue to be a key factor in staying competitive in a fast-paced global scenario. So you'll have to adapt to technology, new technologies, and at a very fast pace. Now the question, while the benefits of using IT are more than obvious, everybody knows, yes, adopting new technology, it is very beneficial for us. Using IT for our business, it's very helpful. Why do you shy away from it? Reasons. You need to create IT awareness. IT awareness is lacking. There is a big need, huge need to invest in educating the MSMEs about the tangible benefits that technology can bring to their business. Only when you are aware about the benefits, you will be in a position to take a decision properly. If you only know about the cost, you feel it's very huge, but you are not aware about the benefits, you will not be able to take proper decisions. Then relevance of IT solutions. MSMEs require typical business and industry specific core processes. And it's critical that the solutions brought to them are tailor-made as per their specific requirements. They should be usable at their end, custom-made. Finances and affordability are also an issue. For MSMEs to adopt any IT solution for their business growth, the cost of these, it is imperative that cost of these solutions outweigh the value provided to them. They think about the cost, as I said. The challenge in accessing adequate and timely financing, you need finances on competitive terms, for longer tenure. So all these issues are there, challenges are there. So whenever there is, suppose a financial crisis globally, you try to get finances, you are not in a position to get it. It happens. Then accessibility is also an issue. You don't have access, you have a limited access to larger markets. So you don't have proper market linkages, transport facilities need to improve, telecommunication, information exchanges. So all these shortages, they undermine the demand of their products. You have the product, but you don't have the transport facility, proper transport facility. So obviously you will suffer. And then infrastructure is also an issue at times. With the economy opening up, poor physical infrastructure hurts the productivity and the competitiveness of Indian MSMEs vis-a-vis imports. So you need to have proper IT awareness, you need proper custom-made IT solutions, you need proper finances, they have to be affordable, you need proper accessibility to markets, and you need good infrastructure. So government has to join with the industry for addressing these challenges so that you are able to adapt IT, adapt to better IT in your business for manufacturing, for deriving the best benefit, and that will help you grow. So you have to adapt to the latest technology, state-of-the-art technology, which is custom-made, and at the same time, your infrastructure, government will also join hands, so MSMEs will develop. So this was about this MSME development, how business providers, business development service providers are helping you. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. God bless.